What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Zach. We got another episode of The Journey coming to you today. In today's episode, we have the end of season review, summer transfer window, and our first matches in the championship. As you can see here, we have the end of season review. Under our badge, we have a lovely Sky Bet League 1 trophy for the 31-32 season. Let's get on with the review. Signing of the season, of course, has to go to Ezequiel Zeballos. Absolutely incredible signing. We got him on a free, which is a steal. 30-year-old winger. He is getting up there in age, but 44 appearances, 45 goal contributions, 7.58 average rating. Incredible player. Omari Kellerman also up there, 44 appearances, 34 goal contributions, 29 goals. Ridiculous number. James Lawless also had a pretty decent season. Half of his appearances coming off of the bench. 7.04 average rating. But mainly Zeballos and Kellyman definitely the signings of the season. Results: we finished out with 111 points, smashing the record set by I think Wolves. I think it was 103 points was the previous record. But we smashed it, 111 points, 71 goal difference. We also broke the record for most goals in the season. I think that'll pop up in the next screen. 5 losses, 6 draws, 35 wins. Incredible season in the league. FA Cup knocked out in the first round by Torquay. Should have done better. Carabao Cup, first round knockout by Bromley. Again, should have done better. The Bristol Street Motors Trophy, I did not care about, so we're just going to kind of ignore it. Moments to remember: 6-2 victory over Wimbledon was the biggest win. Match to remember was the 2-0 win against Rotherham. Finley Welch with a 57th minute penalty and a 4th minute of second half stoppage time brace to really put the nail in the coffin for us. Goal of the season was Zeballos in the 46th minute against Exeter in that 5-2 win. Let's take a look at it. What minute was it? 46th. So I guess right off of kickoff, we probably marched down the field and put it in. That would be this one here. Free kick. I like it. Good stuff there. The finances, everything went down, obviously, because we did get relegated from the championship and had to play in League 1. Everything is going to go up. I'm not too worried about this right now. Merchandise sales, £580,000 and almost 7,000 jerseys sold, majority of them being Zeballos on the back, which is good stuff. Starting 11, pretty much exactly how I would expect it. Arthur Okonkwo, Norton Cuffy, Wood, Zabala, Kornienko, Ozo Bate, Hewison, Zeballos, David, and Kellyman. That's, we went with that pretty much every opportunity we had. Fans Player of the Season, Ezequiel Zeballos. Young Player of the Season, Ed Hewison. I agree with that. Signing of the season, we already went over. Goal of the season as well. Top goal scorer was Omari Kellerman with 29. Most assists, 23 by Hewison. Man of the match, 17 for Zeballos. Highest average rating, most passes completed per 90 minutes was Sergio Zabala with 58. Record-breaking stuff, Kellerman with most goals. Most assists by Hewison, man of the match, and the highest transfer fee was £12.5 million for Mohamed Diaz, who we brought in January. Let's see here. Head coach of the month for November and December. Good stuff there. History in the making. Yep. Head coach timeline. Ooh. Alright, cool. Let's see here. Was this the... Probably announced that 3 players have been considered good enough to enter the Wrexham overall best 11. Okonkwo, Wood, Kornienko, Patterson. Let's see here. Rob Wood was added. Ed Hewison and Christian Rivero were added as well. So that's pretty cool. Did the season review. Don't care about that. We've been given £723,000 for participating in League One. Lovely stuff. Transfer budget, we do have £1.4 million and payroll budget of £557,000 a week. We'll probably do the usual stuff. Crank it all into payroll and go from there. I did try to bring in a bunch of trialists. They ended up declining. So we're kind of back to square one. I did offer a couple of contracts. I offered David Ozo a contract renewal. Bump him up to £24,000 a week. We also tried to give one to Rob Wood, but he did not get his work permit renewed. So we're going to be without him. Just kind of going down the line. Ceballos is worth about £30 million. Kellyman worth about 14. We do have a little bit of investment here. Lewis Bate is worth about 24 million. We'll probably give him a new contract at the end of the year. We do have some expensive players here. Christian Rivero, maybe let him go here in the summer. Maybe try to cash in on that value there. I think we brought him in on a free. We did. Maybe let him go. He did. He had a few appearances when Okonkwo had his broken hand. He also played in a couple of cup matches. But I don't know. We'll see how the summer goes. It doesn't open for another couple of weeks, the window. No, it opens in July, doesn't it? 46 days. No, hold on. Timeout. I believe the window is July and August. And we do have, I guess that is preseason friendlies kicking in. It hasn't kicked over to the new season quite yet, so we're still waiting on that. But we are going to make a cut. We're going to come back and in a little while, maybe make some new signings. I have zero interest in leaving this summer. We can take a look at the job center just because I'm curious. Nothing really sticking out. Crystal Palace could be cool. But again, they're in the championship. We're in the championship. I don't have any interest moving. The only thing that would really pique my interest is if maybe some Spanish First Division sides offered me an interview, some league sides, Serie A, stuff like that. Maybe I might have a conversation with. But for right now, we're going to stay at Wrexham. We're going to make some signings here in the summer. See you in a minute. All right, it is the day before the first match of the season in the championship. Let's go over some transfers, shall we? First transfer made was for this young man right here. This is Fernando. He is one of our new defenders. I think I'm going to be playing him on the left. Decent looking Brazilian. We brought him in for free from whatever the Brazilian Red Bull club is. I don't know the name of it. Shows up as BRA. I assume that's weird licensing things. But brought him in on free. He is now worth £35 million. He looks pretty darn good. He's young. He'll get a little bit better. He just looks decent. Then we brought in Ollie Brown from Colin Bay. He is a youngster going to the U21s. This is not one of my signings. This is one of the director of football signings. He's got some potential. I'm not too upset about it. We'll probably see him in a couple of seasons. So that kind of wraps up the 31-32 season. Let's get into this season. The big one. David is gone. He went to Leeds for £10.5 million. I think that was his release clause. But they offered us a loan back. So we do have him for the season. Then we brought in this Matteo Borelli. This is another U21 player that I didn't bring in. He doesn't look fantastic. We probably will never see him. Then one that I actually brought in, Brahima Diarra, is a French central midfielder, can play attacking midfield. We brought him in again on a free transfer at the end of his contract. He's worth about £27 million. Basically brought him in as a replacement for David. And then I remembered we got the loan back. So we have two really, really good attacking midfielders. Next is Hector Diaz. He's a center back that we brought in from Independiente Medellin in Colombia for just under £1 million. Decent center back. I was trying to figure out our defensive situation. Had a couple of transfers arranged for some defenders, and then they didn't like the contract and it kind of fell apart, so it was a little bit of a mess. This was a messy transfer window. It didn't go quite as smoothly as I wanted, but we're going to deal with it. It's fine. Hector Diaz, new defender. This guy right here, another U21 guy that I had nothing to do with. This one right here, the CD Jata, I'm actually fairly excited for. 29-year-old Norwegian. Pretty decent. He can play anywhere in the front three. He is going to be basically the backup to Kellerman up front. When I talked to his agent, originally he was like star player, gonna play week in, week out. Turns out he was cool with being a squad player at £27,500 a week. All right, cool, works for me. We brought him in from Atletico Madrid on a free. Don't really know what happened there. He made 9 appearances last season, almost all of them coming off the bench. 24 appearances, again, most of them coming off the bench in the 28-29 season where he did score 10 goals. Not really La Liga standard. Hopefully we'll do the job in the championship. So we brought him in. And this Mohamed Mia, again, another U21. Decent amount of potential. I'm cool with it. Outgoing, a bunch of loans for some youngsters. This one right here. Sergio Zabala went to Al Riyadh. for £10.5 million. We made 100% profit on that. We brought him in on free last season and made £10.5 million off of him. I really didn't want to let him go. He was starting to get a little cranky, and he is going to play in the Saudi Arabian Pro League. What are you going to do? They throw money everywhere at anybody that they want, so we really couldn't compete. So we did let him go. We also let Travis Patterson go to Birmingham for £3.3 million. Again, this is somebody that was previously brought in for free. Turn a damn good profit on him. He was probably going to be on the bench all season, so I was cool with letting him go. So we made £24.5 million this window. It's not quite over. It's a little bit of a thin squad. I'm working on maybe bringing in a few more guys. We are allowed 9 named subs in the league. So that kind of messes with things a little bit. Also, goalies have to be registered. In League 1, goalies aren't registered. So we are at, 21, 22 players registered, 22 of maximum 25 registered. The only stipulation is U21s don't have to be registered. So that's really it. Hector Fernandez and Mohamed Diaz both not registered but are eligible to play because they are U21s. I would like to bring in 1 or 2 more defenders. We have a lot of defenders. I'm working on maybe getting rid of 1 or 2, bring in a couple more, and then maybe a couple youngsters. If we look at the development center, we do have a handful of guys who are at that 2-star ability. That's the word I'm looking for. This Mohamed Mia. He doesn't have a work permit, so we can't play him in the league. Basically, everybody else is that 2-star. Will Overgaard, we might have to call upon at some point. Harry Miller. Some of these guys we might call upon later in the season. This Harry Miller, I actually want to send him out on loan now that I see his potential. Status, loan status available. Get him out of here. Get him some playing time. Cambridge is interested in him. Let's bring him in. So with all of that, Sky Bet Championship, season preview, mid-table. As the window went on, we were going up and down. I think the highest we were like 8th or 9th, somewhere in there. But mid-table is where we're expected to be. I'm perfectly cool with a mid-table finish. Obviously, Watford, Sheffield, Burnley, Luton, Middlesbrough, Forest, Palace. A lot of these teams that, in recent times have been in the Premier League. It's going to be tough. Who's in the Premier League? Who was promoted? Sunderland, Bournemouth, Bristol City. Interesting. Shout out to Sunderland finally getting back to the Premiership. Good on them. But yeah, so season preview, mid-table. I'm cool with that. Last season, we were definitely expected to dominate, and we did. We ended up dominating. I feel like I probably had too many episodes, but that's fine. We'll deal with it. But here is kind of the initial starting 11 I'm going to go with. It's pretty similar to how we ended last season. The only difference is Fernando in at left back and Brahima Diarra in the central attacking midfield role. A couple of new guys on the bench. Hector Diaz. Is it Hector? It is Hector Fernandez. We have 2 Hectors. David on the bench. I completely forgot we agreed to a loan back deal for David, so I signed Diarra almost as a mistake, but he's a decent player. He's a decent player. It's fine. And then CD Jota, I'm quite excited for. But yeah, let's get going. Our first match is against Plymouth Argyle, who I don't think we've seen at all in this save. So that's exciting. New clubs, always exciting. Board and supporters both expecting a draw. We did get our draw for the Carabao Cup first round. We will be playing Exeter. Might as well show that on camera in the next episode. But let's get to this Plymouth match. We are starting away from home in the championship, back in the championship. Competition expectations. Edgar Ruiz, who is a U21 player, can go out on loan. Cool with me. Maybe sometime today it will load. All right, contract. Ooh, speaking of contracts, we were offered a new contract as head coach. £5,500 a week. Awesome. And we get a 15% promotion salary rise to the Premier League. Whatever. All right, let's get to it. Homegrown, don't care. All right. Finally. Hayden Amos is injured. He has, a broken rib or something? Yeah, fractured ribs. He'll be out for a couple of weeks. Jimmy Kelly will be on the bench. Finley Welch, unfortunately, missing out on some bench time. Why are you not fully fit? Are you playing for the U18s or something? It's fine. We don't worry about it. In goal, Arthur Okonkwo. Back four, Brooke Norton-Cuffy, James Lawless, Rob Wood, and Fernando. Lewis Bate and David Ozo in the midfield. Ed Hewison, Brahima Diarra, and Ezekiel Zeballos supporting Amari Kelman up front. We do have new captain. Ezekiel Zeballos and Lewis Bate, I just swapped around. It was recommended to me at some point last season to give Zeballos the captain's band, and then this season as well. So he is officially the captain. I warned Bate about it. I was like, hey, just heads up. We got some other guys that are better suited to the captain role, and he was like, cool, give it to him. Okay, yeah, sure, bet. It is the same system that we ended with last season. Didn't change a thing, really. I just brought in a couple of guys. And, hopefully all of this is still good. Whatever. Should be fine. We're fine. It's fine. Submit the team. Let's get to the match. Away from home at Plymouth Argyle. In the preseason, we traveled for training camp. We went all the way to Wales. I don't know what part of Wales. I'm sure we went to the other side of the country. Anyway, anybody really sticking out? I don't think so. I didn't see how good Plymouth are supposed to be. I want to be impressed. Go put on a show. Come on, boys. We are in red. Plymouth in really, really dark green. Almost looks black on my screen. Don't know about your guys. It's quite dark. Festus running up the right-hand side. Good ball into the box. We're scrambling already. Okay, well, we get away with it. 30 seconds into the match. Couple of shots. We survive. We survive. That's where the goal is. Survival, and relatively easy survival. I'm expecting to win a decent amount of matches. I know this game well enough that there's a semi-decent chance we'll just get promoted straight away into the Premier League. I don't know how I feel about that. I don't like that you can just bam, 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 back to back to back. So hopefully we struggle a little bit. I don't want to go down back into League One. I'm not looking for relegation, but hopefully the season preview is useful. Anyway, Ceballos in the box. Takes the shot instead of squaring it. Falls to Kellyman. Norton Cuffy, top of the box, takes the shot. Oh, what a chance that was. Well, it was a phenomenal shot. Just a hair to the right. That would have been in. Fernando with the free kick going to the middle of the box, looking for Lawless. Can't find him. Ceballos. Second bite of the apple, and it is cleared away. Ceballos with the corner this time around. A lot of highlights early in this match. Looking for Brooke Norton Cuffy. It is cleared. Ed Hewison. Newly signed contract for Ed Hewison. I tried to hold out and just give him an extension, and he got grumpy again and was like, hey, I want a new deal. Turns out I was only paying him like £9,000 a week. James Lawless scores his first of the season. First goal in the championship for me. Plymouth 0, Wrexham 1, 16th minute. We start our championship campaign off the right way. Fernando with the assist straight from the corner. Brooke Norton Cuffy with a throw in. Trying to make it 2. But anyway, I was paying Hewison £9,500 a week. And he was like, hey, how about 25? All right, cool, fine. So he's going to be around for a few more years. Kellyman to Diarra. Ceballos, his shot blocked out for a corner. Fernando. Ooh, good idea. Fernando again. Top of the box to Ceballos on his left. Gives it to Wood. Diarra. Back to Wood. Shot. Pings around a couple of defenders. Mumba trying to start the counterattack. Gives it to Smith. That is that. Long throw from Thomas. Good defending to deal with it. Perkins to Mumba. Takes the shot. Okonkwo saves it. Corner kick for Plymouth Argyle. 2 hands raised from Svenberg. Going to the near post. Bate clears it. Only to Festus. Offside is the call. A lot going on. A lot of highlights. Ceballos. Straight into the wall. That was a terrible free kick. Not sure what he was going for there, but goes out for a corner. He will be the one taking it. Looking for Ozo. David Ozo scores his first of the season. Plymouth 0, Wrexham 2. Good start to the match. Riso Patron unable to save it. Early in our campaign, we are in the playoff spots. It's two automatic promotion spots and then 4 playoff spots for that last promotion. Scarlett takes his shot early. Kind of scuffs it. Just kind of dribbles it into Okonkwo. Thomas with the throw. Gives it to Festus. Alan Mumba, top of the box. His shot comes off the crossbar. We clear it. Ceballos. Oh, he's got help. He's got help. Come on. Diarra. Wood to Lawless. Oh, yeah. Oh, good effort. Good effort. Got a little bit less than 10 minutes until halftime. Kellerman. Perkins clears it. Ooh. I thought that was in. Fernando seeing a lot of the ball, taking those corners from the left. Norton Cuffey going to the far post. It's cleared. Only to Fernando. It's in a dangerous spot. Gives it to David Ozo. Over to Lewis Bate to Hewson. Can't get enough power on it. "16 shots. Jesus Christ. Svanberg with the corner. Plays it to the top of the box to Festus. Oh, that is a very good set piece. Anywhere on target, that's going in. Okonkwo was not diving anywhere. Festus dribbling the ball, gives it up. Rob Wood out to Fernando on the left. Ozo, Zeballos. There you go, Hewison. There you go, Kellerman. 3-0 at half. Stadiums are empty. Everywhere we go. Everywhere we go. All right. Well, he should have done better. Goalie. Unfortunate. Halftime, Plymouth 0, Wrexham 3. 2.06 XG from 17 shots. Whatever you did there, do that the entire season, because that was fantastic. I have a little bug bite on my arm. That's itching. Well, that's not ideal. We do get to see CD Jota pretty early. So there's that upside. And Fernando is down hurt as well. Lawless. Gives it back to Okonkwo. Hoofs it. Rizzo Patron gives it to Thomas to start the attack. Smith out on the left, trying to skip past his man. He does. Is able to cross it over to Festus. Okay, good save from Okonkwo. Corner kick for Plymouth. I guess Fernando is still out. I don't know what's going on. No, man, he's back up and moving around. He is hurt, though. Thigh injury. He is hampered by the injury. Let's take him off before that becomes too big of an issue. Let's bring on, I guess, Ryan Griffiths. Kind of feel bad for Griffiths. He spent all last season on the bench. And then we get rid of the guy who's ahead of him. We bring in somebody else instead of moving him up. But what are you going to do? Lawless over the top, looking for, I believe that was Jota up front. Rizzo Patron, first one to it, gives it to Bawat. Now to Festus, cutting inside. Svanberg over the top, looking for Mamba, is able to find him, brings it down. Top of the box to Smith. That was not the right pass. Svanberg takes the shot, takes a deflection on the way. Okonkwo does brilliantly to keep it out of the goal. Mumbo's offside in the end. But what a save that was. Looked like he was kind of going to his left and had to just stick his arm out to his right. Was able to do it. But Watt clears it to Ed Hewison. Bait to Ceballos. Back to Bait. Shot. Saved. Another corner. This time from the right. It's going to be an outswinger from Ceballos. I'll take that. Another one from Ceballos on the right. Not quite the same set piece. I wouldn't have minded the exact same thing. Jota at that near post. But there is Ezekiel Ceballos scoring his first of the season. First of many, I'm sure. Plymouth 0, Wrexham 4, 66th minute. We're off to a flying start this season. Hewison does well. Hold on to it. Ceballos makes a good run to the near post. Drills it straight to him. Just needs to deflect it in the right direction. Back of the net. We are golden. 20 shots. I think I will have a triple change here momentarily. Perkins to Festus. He had a good look at goal. Goes well over the bar. Poor shot in the end. Got about 10 minutes to play. Let's go ahead and make our substitutions. Lewis Bate can come off for... I want to see Hector Fernandez. See how he does. We can also bring off Brooke Norton-Cuffy for Jimmy Kelly on the right. And for my final trick, let's take off Ed Hewison on the right for, I guess, David. And swap them around. I think we'll go with that. Confirm those changes. Got a little less than 10 minutes to play. 20 shots to 10. 13 on target to 2. Significantly better XG. They did get 1.08, which means they had a really good chance at some point. Lawless gives it to Kelly. Diarra. Festus dribbling up the field. That is full-time. Plymouth 0, Wrexham 4. Fantastic start to the season, boys. Let's get that going the entire season. We'll be in fantastic shape. Fernando out for 3 to 4 weeks. Kellerman out for 3 weeks. We can deal with that. Who? Jimmy Kelly. Oh, that's fine. Whatever. All right. When are we coming back? I guess we'll come back in a few days' time. Ed Hewison agrees to a new contract. So that is good. Edgar Ruiz didn't get his work permit, I guess. So he's not going to Wexford. Coming back. Carabao Cup first round against Exeter. And a home match in the championship against West Brom. That's where we're going to end it here today. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. All those fun things. And as always, we'll see you later.